When it comes to racism, my perspective is that anyone who hates on another person because of their skin color is significantly flawed. I believe that a person should be judged by their actions above all else, not race, not gender, not otherwise. Who we are, who we will become, is primarily based on the path that we choose to follow. Just because you're born a certain gender doesn't mean you have to act like the rest of that gender does. Just because you're born in a house of a certain religion doesn't mean you need to follow that religion. Just because you're born in a country that likes to salute a flag doesn't mean you have to salute it. And just because I was born white, just because you were born the race that you were, it doesn't mean that we have to act like the generic boring masses do. My father is a pastor and he's part of a Seventh-day Adventist community. My mother is a pagan. I was raised to believe certain things, and yet I don't believe them. Just because everyone around you tells you you should be something, it does not mean that you are what they say you are unless you allow it to be so. If someone were to say, oh, he's acting like a black guy, I would be offended. Race is not an attitude. Race is simply a color. There is no race. There is no gender. There is just you. You are a blank piece of paper, and the pencil is in your hand. You get to draw what you want, not what someone else tells you to draw. You must not live your life under that kind of restriction. We all must live free. To think of the horrible place that we once were, and to consider the place that we are now, it shows hope for the future. I fully believe that this all coming to an end isn't so far away. Black, white, it won't matter anymore because we can all just act like ourselves. Who a person is entirely based on what they allow themselves to be. Some people are more influenced by their surroundings, and that's why we have statistics like we do. So what can we do? What can we do to change this? What is your perspective on racism?